What is going on, guys? Skull Rider here. Okay, so this was probably the first episode of the series where I had more cons than pros. But okay, just to show you guys that I'm not completely hating on the show, let's start off with the things that I liked a whole lot about the episode. Starting off with the obvious, the fight scene between the Bat Devil and Denji was freaking awesome. Like, the amount of work and effort that was put into this animation is absolutely insane. And it's honestly one of those fight scenes that I could definitely watch over and over again. Though there were times where I was like, Denji, bruh, just use your chainsaws on this dude. Also, the conclusion of this fight made me a bit worried for Denji and Power's future as Devil Hunters because, man, Denji kind of caused a lot of collateral damage, so hopefully that's okay. Maybe that's just a typical thing that happens when fighting devils. And the Devil Hunter organization made some kind of agreement with the Japanese government about this to avoid like a Captain America Civil War situation. Hey, maybe that'll be the main conflict of the next episode. Another thing that I really liked about this episode was the slight nod to power scaling. In general, I really like the idea of power scaling and love when it's introduced into a series. In literally any shonen series ever, when it mentions traits that powerful people have, like how in Demon Slayer the more powerful demons have lower numbers, it just gives such a hype way of introducing characters. All you have to do is see a number on the demon's eye and you know some serious stuff is about to go down. So yeah, traits that indicate power like that gets me pretty hyped. And I'm assuming that Denji as a fiend must be pretty strong if he has the Chainsaw Devil. Like, that sounds pretty dang menacing. Though it does have to make me wonder why Pochita looked really cute. Like, maybe he was just an infant when Denji found him? I also loved the very small piece of world building we got in this episode, and it made me very intrigued about who the big bad might be. As for my favorite scene in this episode, it was definitely the moment where Denji, the only moment of Denji that I liked in this episode, if we're being honest here, decided to take on the Bat Devil just because he felt pity for Power. Like, Power betrayed the man as hard as the Yakuza boss did. And yet, despite the burning anger that Denji had to have been feeling towards her, he was still able to empathize with her pain and put it over his very own. This was an extremely wholesome moment, and it did show that deep down, Denji is truly a kind-hearted guy. But, alright. So Denji's motivation that isn't hidden so deep down takes up just about every second of his screen time. Like, okay, yes, admittedly there are humorous moments with this still in this episode, just like in the last episode. But it's one thing to be a comedic moment, and another when it's literally the main character's sole motivation in life. Like, don't get me wrong, if Chainsaw Man was a solely comedic anime, like, you would have no reason to criticize this. But with the way Denji's character is going, it kind of makes it really hard to make serious moments serious. In fact, my favorite part of this episode was almost ruined when Denji stated that he just wanted power back for his goal. Like, it really had to make me wonder that, hey, wait, did Denji really mean all those things he said about power? And like, was that really his sole motivation for saving her? Denji's actions sometimes just make it very hard to want to seriously like and respect this guy. I mean, heck, part of me even wonders that even if Power hadn't explained her whole relationship to Meowie and her backstory, I honestly still get the feeling that Denji would still want to rescue her despite all the crap she did to him just for the sake of his perverted goal. Which, again, makes me not really like Denji as a character as much. Like, your boy is not being very loyal to Makima right now. But, alright, now moving on to, like, the questions and theories. So, the fun stuff of this video, and the stuff that the manga readers can laugh at me about as I get all my predictions completely wrong. So, Power's backstory was pretty dang interesting, but I still have so many questions. Like, for one, when we saw her, was she a complete devil, or was she in her fiend state? Part of me does want to say complete devil just because she didn't have any clothing on, but also the fact that her appearance is extremely similar to the way it is now. So I'm assuming that she has complete possession over her host because of her similar appearance, and the fact that she still has a memory of the cat that she knew when she was in her complete devil state, and also how she still wants to carry out the same goals as her devil self. Like when Pochita let Denji have his own body, he was able to have the ability to fulfill his own dreams. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Power is just a complete devil in a human body. So wait, that kind of means that the fact that the Bat Devil killed her by eating her was kind of dumb. Like, obviously he knew she was the Blood Devil, and I would imagine that even as a fiend she would taste pretty bad. So why not kill her by just slashing her up or something? Unless, and here's where the theory comes in, Power may be immune to such attacks, and that's why the Bat Devil had to eat her. Though I may be looking way too much into this, and it may just literally be a way to keep Power alive while letting Denji solo the devil. Oh, and I would also love to know why Power was obsessively staring at sodas. I'm totally aware that she hadn't been outside in the real world as much, but overall, of all the things you could obsess over like that, why sodas and a vending machine? Very, very interesting. But yeah, guys, even though I overall had very mixed reviews about this episode and some things I definitely did not like, it still made me really excited about where this series could go with all the setup and reveals. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. As always, thank you all so much for watching. This is Skull Rider, signing out.